On Friday, Donald Trump flipped out after learning who the trial judge is going to be, after, of course, he was indicted the day before. But it wasn't just that he flipped out. It's that he also, as Raw Story put it, painted a giant target on the back of that judge. Let me read you what Trump put on Truth Social Friday morning. The judge assigned to my witch hunt case, a case that has never been charged before, hates me. His name is Juan Manuel Marchon. He was handpicked by Bragg and the prosecutors and is the same person who railroaded my 75-year-old former CFO, Alan Weisselberg, to take a plea deal, plead guilty even if you are not, 90 days, fight us in court, 10 years, life in jail. He strong-armed Alan, which a judge is not allowed to do, and treated my companies, which didn't plead, viciously. Appealing! You sound scared. And for the record, no, this judge was not handpicked by Alvin Bragg. He happens to be an associate justice of the New York State Supreme Court. They get assigned these cases. And in fact, you actually mentioned that he was assigned to it, and then you say he was handpicked by Bragg. But as a New York State Supreme Court judge, they kind of get what they get. But here's why Donald Trump is freaking out about this particular judge. Obviously, the Weisselberg stuff, which what Donald Trump is saying is not true. Weisselberg was not railroaded. Donald Trump, of course, is trying to come to Weisselberg's defense because the day of the indictments, it was actually announced that Weisselberg had fired his Trump company lawyers and was bringing on new lawyers. So the speculation rose that Alan Weisselberg had finally decided to flip on Donald Trump. Weisselberg, by the way, currently sitting in Rikers. So Trump's out there trying to defend Weisselberg on one side, so he doesn't flip on him like, Weisselberg, I still got your back, dude. No, don't do it. I know you just fired the lawyers that I was paying for, and that scares me because we've already seen other people who were getting paid by or were getting lawyers paid for by Trump. They dump them, then they flip on him. It's a common pattern, and it seems to be repeating itself. But the big thing is that, and by the way, also this judge, another reason it freaks Trump out, because he knows how the money works. He actually spent about, a good portion of his early career as an auditor for real estate. So he understands real estate companies real well. He understands financials of real estate companies real well. And that's why Donald Trump, of course, is terrified of this judge. But the biggest thing, of course, is that he named the judge specifically because he wants his supporters to do something. That is 100% what this is about. Just like Raw Story said, he painted a target on that judge's back. You didn't have to name the judge. You didn't have to, but you chose to for a reason. Now, the only possible good side of this is that Trump actually spelled the judge's name wrong. So if anyone looking at his post on Truth Social types in the judge's name the way that Donald Trump spelled it, you get a different individual. And I'm sure that person, who as far as I can tell is also a lawyer, is probably wetting themselves right now because of what's going to happen to them because Donald Trump accidentally spelled the judge's name wrong, which led you to a different lawyer. So that's horrible for that man. But maybe it'll prevent some of the death threats from going to the judge. And I guarantee you, if we haven't already, seen them, again, he posted this on Friday. I'm sure we're going to get reports, starting today or whenever, that the judges are getting the death threats. And of course, that Donald Trump's typo probably led to threats against that other lawyer who's not associated with any of this. But that's what Trump wants. He wants his people to go out there and do something stupid to protect him. And based on what we've seen so far, that seems likely to happen. So hopefully this judge and probably that other lawyer, hopefully they get extra security. Hopefully they are kept safe where no one can get to them, no one can intimidate them, no one can do something horrendous. Because Trump clearly wants his supporters to at least try. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.